I honestly say that. I honestly believe it's on life support. And the reason I say that is because to be chivalrous to somebody is not something that a person should feel as though they're owed that.
Gentlemanship towards ladies. The action of a man being a gentleman towards a lady has been detracted over the last, I don't know how long. I can't remember when it stopped. But it stopped in my lifetime. I know that much.
There's a lot of Russell Wilsons. If you don't know who Russell Wilson is, he's a football player who's married to Sierra. And a lot of women said they want a Russell Wilson. They said they want a Russell Wilson type. Lil Duval basically stated that there's a lot of them. You just ignore them.
I think chivalry started dying when they started calling dudes simps.
What's up, Malphas? It's your boy Laughers. I'm made looking cute, looking clean, looking sexy. And you know what day it is. It's Wednesday. It's Man Cave.
Yep.
Yo, it's Man Cave.
Sure is.
Yo, you know it's Man Cave Wednesday, dog. They love us on Thursday more though. They don't care about man problem. How y'all doing there? Everybody have a good day. Joe, you had a good Black Friday. That's the bigger holiday of Thanksgiving apparently, because that's like trending way more.
Black Friday, Cyber Monday was more of a pain in the ass for me because people were getting better deals on Cyber Monday and calling, couldn't wait to call on Monday. Hey, let me talk to the CEO of your whole company. Do you want this funky $30 back or what? So
I need my refund.
Yeah, so but Cyber Monday, especially coming off a wild Hennessy-filled weekend, it's always a little tough. But we shake it off by Wednesday, so we good to go. How was y'all's Thanksgiving and or whatever day y'all want to call it?
Yeah, Montay, how was your Black Friday, Cyber Monday, Thanksgiving? Since I ain't been back since because I got fat and had to go running.
I had a nice celebration of leftover food, this past weekend, man. I really had a nice time. I just ate the last of my leftovers yesterday. I feel good. It lasted a good long time. I had about 4 plates. It was good. It was good. I ain't really worried about the buying stuff. I worry about the food. That's my whole holiday right there. Is the food.
Did you go?
How many days? All y'all guys. How many days do y'all wait to after to the food good on Thanksgiving?
It's got at least a week and a half.
I'm about to say till it's gone.
I finish it.
Y'all let us know in the comments. Let us know if you're on YouTube. Let us know in the comments. I'm gonna have the website up. I don't know if I'm gonna have it up by this episode, but we're gonna start having where y'all can do little community stuff. I'm probably do a poll or something and put it on. I'll probably put a poll under the video so y'all can say. I'm gonna have a little list of stuff on what day, how many days is Thanksgiving food still good. So it's gonna be on the poll underneath this. And I'm gonna do a website. So the website for these podcasts will be up soon from the overall 99 Media. So I'm gonna work on that tomorrow. Today for y'all, tomorrow for us. But yeah, Sonny, what did you do for Black Friday / Cyber Monday / Thanksgiving?
Yeah, Thanksgiving I actually got off. So I spent time getting plates from like 3-4 houses.
Yeah.
The typical thing for a young Black man to do. Other than that, I worked every other day. Like I said, resort casinos keep you busy. They don't let you get no time to sleep. You got to make sure that you keep these people fed, happy, and okay to spend their money there. So that's what I've been doing. But Cyber Monday was cool. I got a few things. I had to grab a few things offline. So it was cool.
I see you. Go get that food, bro. You just showed everybody houses. You every one of them houses got one person that just mad at you though.
For real.
It don't even be the person that cooked. They be so happy, but it's just like some random cousin like that came to see their grandma. They be like, "Why you in my house?"
Didn't put in on under food. Nice.
They just mad you finna take an extra plate. Like Montay's like, "Hey, bro, I could have ate another day." All right, Tori.
I don't know.
Tori, how about you? What you do? Hey, Tori, are you that guy that like like come with the extra plate and just take it before everybody start eating and then fix your plate? Cause we don't like that type.
I'm the one. I send salutations and then then they just send the food back to me because the family functions just aren't built for me to be a part of it. So I get all the plates inbound. They stop by, drop them off, keep it moving.
So technically your Thanksgiving is like they just send you plates so you don't show up.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
Like Tori, Grandma made a plate, but she said don't come to her house.
They're like we know how this turns out. Okay.
All right.
Listen, but they make sure to send dessert and everything. So I can't got a couple different kinds of pies, got a couple different options. You already know y'all know that, and ain't even got to do nothing but chill for it. And everybody's happier that way. I don't have to deal with the interactions. I don't have to deal with the goddamn outcomes of said interaction. Everybody's happy.
Y'all know how y'all got that one like cousin or family member that's responsible for either taking all the plates or dropping people off after the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Man, look, we starting to be bold as black people now. We are starting to take them. Listen, okay, a quick one. I'm in and out. I just need y'all to understand when I drop this off, I'm in and out. So
time trial.
Not the black folk not having to sit there and hang out with old people all day. If they
Can't
don't
do it.
they speaking up, man, just bump it. I'm dropping this plate off. I don't want to worry with nobody because Thanksgiving is not even a day off. It feel like a day on. If you ask me, it's too much going on. I got to be up at 9 o'clock.
Add extra legs to the day.
Oh, a whole day full of plans. But that's my thoughts. Next Thanksgiving, I'll give y'all something else I hate about that shit. So,
speaking of, tomorrow we're gonna talk about what we love and hate on Christmas on Just a Fan.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be a fun one.
That's gonna be an interesting one.
So be here tomorrow for that. And by the way, I'm gonna put a poll on that one too. I'm gonna start doing polls. We're gonna make this more interactive for the listeners because I want to thank y'all also because y'all been killing it on the audio part. YouTube is doing what YouTube do a decent number, but audio part is really what we striving at right now. So
hey,
I gotta show y'all a little more love. Make you a little web. I'm gonna make y'all, like I said, the website and everything. And as for me, you know,
those 5 weeks in a row.
Yeah, so we gonna have fun, man. Like I said, if you were that person for the YouTube audience, let us know so I don't never invite you to my house. Cause if you that person to get the plate first, like bro, they have like 3 like to go plates. Make the plate, send it. I'm like, bro, ain't nobody else ate yet, dog.
That ain't my problem.
I'm just trying to get.
There's like a certain time that you allowed to stack the trays up first, and that's if you get there first. You deserve to do it.
First come, first serve.
When I say get there, see, like I said, my grandparents they do brunch. We do Thanksgiving brunch. My grandma said I made this turkey on Friday, or not Friday. I made this turkey on Monday, and I cut it up already. The dressing was made on Tuesday. I put in one of them Ziploc bags, and I pulled them back out there, threw them on the stove, warmed everything back up. So if you get there about 11:30 or so, you are entitled because that means that my people don't want to be bothered too late in the day. Now, when you go to that late one, you can't come in there straight up just grabbing plates because somebody was already that guy. You get
yeah.
That's the first 2 that get up there in that late one. But after that, can't nobody else show out like that because everybody else is over there talking bad about you in the kitchen.
Dang. See, better not to be seen. That way y'all can talk about me all you want. I don't even know. My nose itches from time to time. I know how it works.
But I bet it had a beautiful aroma inside of it though while I was itching. So they say what they want to, but I got my point.
By the way, another announcement, Keep It 99 Live. We'll be back one day with the original. If we get the original cast back together, which will be a crazy fun time. That's still one of my favorite podcasts I ever did. That podcast. Hey, Joe, remember the Sam's Club discussion?
We talked about a lot of things that.
Yo, Sonny, basically the Sam's Club discussion in the old podcast before we started growing a little bit was I talked to Joe and we were discussing about how we mailing Sam's Club cards to help brothers out. Josie, he's never seen us.
Yeah.
So it was a very funny podcast. So go check that out as well. I don't know which one. It was way back when, but it was when we first started.
I ride past the Sam's Club all the time, but I just never seen that platinum card to get in.
But yeah, today we are talking about chivalry. Is chivalry dead? What? And for those who don't know what chivalry is, I don't know how you clicked on this video because it's in the title, and I don't know why you would click on a video that you don't know what it means.
Oh, chivalry, huh?
But thank you for learning a new word, because today Zell will teach you what the word means. The word means chivalry is etiquette for man in a way. It is basically the sum of opening the door for a woman. For people that don't know, old school, open the door, go to a car door, put your jacket over water so she don't get wet, covering her hair with your jacket or something like that. Some just simple stuff like that. Simple chivalry, man behavior, what people call men behavior. But in this world of equality and difference and modernized women, which could be, it's going to be part of the subject. They modernized women and everything else. We are discussing chivalry. Is it dead? Montay, is chivalry dead? I feel like Montay is the most chivalrous dude here. Outside of maybe me, so I want to know his opinion first.
As we talk about chivalry, which if y'all don't know Montay, y'all probably think y'all know him just because he got a do-rag on right now.
I was gonna say, give me Cameron in 05. You better not play around, lose your life.
Yeah, so we go in that order of what we think most chivalrous. So it's gonna probably be Montay, me, Sonny, Joe, and then Taurus.
You start with Montay? No, I'm just playing, brother. I'm just playing.
Oh, yeah. Joe might be before me. I don't know.
I had a pretty bad week.
I would say it's on life support. I honestly say that. I honestly believe it's on life support. And the reason I say that is because to be chivalrous to somebody is not something that a person should feel as though they're owed that. Like, if you're chivalrous to somebody, it's something that you do generally out the kindness of your heart, and not something that you feel as though you have to do it. So it also shouldn't come from the other side. You shouldn't feel entitled to have chivalry tilt to you. Like, just because I feel nice enough to open the door for you, don't mean I have to open the door for you. And I shouldn't be looked at wrong if I choose not to do that, because I don't have to. Like, there's nothing wrong with you, on a regular basis or a regular person. There's nothing wrong with you, opening your own door or, doing something like that. So I would say it's on life support because I feel as though a lot of people, it's not even just women, because, you can be chivalrous towards anybody. So I'm not even going to say, it's just women, but just a lot of people feel as though, they feel entitled. Like, chivalry is something that I'm supposed to have done to me. And it's been taken further than just, opening the door for somebody, letting somebody go before you, nice things. It's gotten a little further than that to where, sometimes people feel entitled to where, like, oh, you're supposed to, almost lay down for me and, just let me have my way. It's like, nah, that's
Let
not.
me walk on your back.
That's not how that's supposed to go. It shouldn't go that far, but nowadays it really has to where, because chivalry, I think, initially, this is my opinion, chivalry initially came from, traditional beliefs and ideals, maybe like the olden days up to like our grandparents' days, and it got slimmer in our parents' days. But just it came from a traditional mindset, traditional men, traditional women, traditional roles, this, that, and the other. And because nowadays people are a lot more modern and everybody don't follow those traditional beliefs, chivalry being one of those traditional beliefs initially is on life support because it's not done in the way that it was meant to be done originally. So in that instance, I say it's on life support. Because is there really a reason to be chivalrous to somebody nowadays instead of everybody almost being extremely selfish to themselves, to where everybody's just like, I don't get me wrong. I remember when I was a child, this is when I was young, I remember holding the door for a woman and she looked at me upside my head like, why the frick are you holding the door for me? Like, get out of my way. And I was just like, oh, wow, like, this is a woman. Like, when I was a child, this was a full-grown woman. And I'm just like, Like this was before, the internet became, the way that it is now. This is just a regular woman. It's just like, oh, well, I thought that's what I was supposed to do. And once you get to that point, it's just like, well, is there even a point in just trying to be chivalrous anymore? So me, I think it's on life support because at this point, it's almost not worth it. But we'll get into why later.
Yeah, Montay gonna make me look like the most chivalry. Might be, I don't know. But I think chivalry is full blown debt. And I'm gonna explain why. Because to what Montay said, people, and it was mostly, and it's Southern, it was always alive to me. And so it's sort of, you see somebody around, you tell them hello, they speak back. But that usually what happened in Mississippi. You usually speak to somebody, they speak back, they at least nod.
Nod your head at least.
Yeah, just nod.
Right. If you make eye contact, I don't know if I never seen you in your life, but you better respect.
Yeah, just like respect. You see a black person, you just like, what's up? And you just like, what's up?
Acknowledge
some. But when I went to New York and places like that, they don't acknowledge you at all. Like, and it's a complete culture change because it was back in 2011. Dude bumped me in the South. You usually say my bad. I say my bad. Dude, keep walking. I felt disrespected.
Yeah.
And to Montay's point, chivalry is not just between women, it's everyone. So he bumped me, and I'm like, my bad. He said back, I'm like, but you really bumped me, and I took my time to say my bad to you out of like a respect thing. Because that's the way I'm, and you just ignored me. Like, I'm like, if I slap you now, I'm wrong. But then I learned it's a culture thing. Now, in 2021, Mississippi almost the same way. I nod my head to somebody and they won't even respond. I'm like, I feel disrespected because I was raised that, hey, just nod just to show respect, like you acknowledge. Like, hey man, I see you. All right, what's up, my guy? You know what I mean? Just acknowledgement. Now you don't acknowledge me back. I'm like, hey, Tor, I'm like Roman. Acknowledge me, dog. What? We are humans. I just want to know, yo, man, we struggling out here.
I'm not even trying to be the head of the table. I'm just looking for a head dog. Goddamn.
Yeah, man, we out in the mud, dog. We out here in Mississippi, man. Hey, just say what's up to your boy. Just say what's up, like. And now people don't do that no more. So I think it's almost, if you won't even show common respect of acknowledging a human being to acknowledge you, because I know they see me. I looked at them, see me, and they stared at me, and they walked off.
Eye contact.
Yeah. So if you can't even just nod till you acknowledge somebody, I don't know if it's even possible for you to open the door for a woman or anybody else. Like, and at times I'm in that way that I open the door, but if I feel like you too far away, I'm like, no, I can't do it then because that's disrespect because I'm making you run. Like, I'm always raised like that. Like, I got always thinking of the other person, but people right now, it's the Montay said, they selfish. They do not care. They
the way of the world, literally.
Yeah, like oh, you acknowledge me, bro. I don't know you. I'm like, bro, it's just a simple acknowledgement. And I accepted that in New York most because I'm like, that's culture. Hey, but I know you were raised different if you from down here. I know your grandma taught you. Mm-hmm. I know your grandma taught you to say hello to people. Mm-hmm. Montay, you know it. And if your grandma told you to say hello, somebody say hello to you, say hello back. But that's my point. That's all. That's why I think it's almost dead. Because if you can't even acknowledge somebody else's existence, I don't know how you gonna.
Kind of hard to be chivalrous to something you won't acknowledge.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Now it's like to Montay point on life support. And then we go to Sonny. To Montay point on life support. Life support means you sometimes do it in the weakest ways. Like you faintly there, but I don't even know if it's a faintly no more. Montay, Sonny, your thoughts?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Let me say it this way. Chivalry, historically, as it was said in the medieval times, is dead because we don't have any more knights. All right. That's not a social class that we live like.
I'm a knight. What you mean? We got them SJWs all over the place.
Oh, that's a fact. There's a few orders and militias out there still.
Okay.
Nicki Minaj got 100,000. Nicki Minaj.
She got way more than 100,000.
By Nicki Minaj nights for like 2 days straight.
I retract my statement for you, Zell, man. I retract my statement for you, Zell, man. Hold it down, my boy. But
there's a few capes left.
In the way of gentlemanship, as it's viewed by us modernly, Yeah, it's basically almost obsolete now. And for multiple different reasons. Gentlemanship towards ladies, the action of a man being a gentleman towards a lady has been detracted over the last, I don't know how long. I can't remember when it stopped. But it stopped in my lifetime. I know that much. Whenever it became status quo for women to think that independency means they don't need to take any gesture from a guy, be it nice, be it for reason, be it for some type of game, that's when it stopped happening. I know myself, I still, being in the hospitality and industry, I still do some of those things as open doors and sometimes open the car door if I'm in a valet position or whatever the case may be. But that's usually because it's part of my job. It's a lot less something that I do now just off of act of whim. And I was raised to be a gentleman, right? To the T, to where, you know, you sit in a position of almost attention while listening type deal, right? It's no longer respected. And that's when it became a lot less pleasing to do it, right? Being a gentleman, first and foremost, has very little perks. So when men started to see that, hey, it doesn't really benefit you to continue to be completely human, completely in a humility type of state, or completely generous to a fault, it started to slide off the scale a little bit. And then, like I said, the modern lady, if you will, that's what you want to call it. Some of them take it the wrong way. I don't know if it's, I don't really know. I'm not going to answer anything for that. We'll get into conversations about that a little later. But I don't think the space of a gentleman is no longer respected, and it bodes you not very well to continue to do it as a young man. Of course, stay in, and in the South, it's hard not to be in a posture of being nice, not to be in a posture of being inviting and greeting and stuff like that. It's hard not to do it, like, because it's just ingrained in us. But just like you said, to another point, I've been in New York, I've been in Wisconsin as well. A few of those areas. Being there and seeing how everybody kind of mingles or don't mingle was a shock to me. I was like, oh, okay, that's, you know, they beeline. I got to get out of their way. They gonna hit me and keep going. Like, all right, we don't do that down here. So I realized then, okay, even by region, chivalry's been dead a long time ago, in certain areas. So I think that the South is starting to finally conform to that a little bit. But that's just my take on it.
Yes, Sonny. Back to my point. Where we from? Somebody bump your shoulder and don't say nothing. What is this, Sonny?
Oh, that's disrespect, man. We about to
yo, you bump my shoulder, just keep walking. Like, oh, he just disrespected my whole manhood.
I've been in fights with niggas for less.
Now we get into the unchivalrous corner, because women, I apologize, because the first two were supposed to kind of hold it down. I think we kind of gave you hope. Son is supposed to be like mid-level, and he kind of dug at y'all. so let's go to the Indiana section of the show. Unico.
I think that I can only speak from my experience, and also watching other people's experience on TMZ at this point. Man, I think chivalry started dying when they started calling dudes simps.
Oh, simping ain't pimping, huh?
Hey, listen, yo, I just did something nice for her. It's cool. But some people, maybe they crossed the line too much, or I mean, that word became so crazy that they started banning it from random, you could not say that word on some street.
Oh yeah, there's certain Reddit threads you're still getting your comments deleted if you go for the simp line, even though there's mad simps.
Like, you can't even say that word on the internet. That's how crazy it is. But I think that's really when it started taking a turn. I know me, from my experience, I always felt like it was best to be chivalrous and be that nice guy, be that, but then they kept on choosing drug dealers. That wasn't chivalry.
I wasn't ready.
For real, like I mean, pretty much everybody.
Let's go.
Girl that I dated, and I can count on one hand. They chose the street dude, or they chose the arrogant guy, and that made me dibble and dabble in that world for a little bit.
Get in where you fit in.
And so I mean, now coming back to where I'm at now, presently, I feel like chivalry. I still show it. But what we gonna do when they get to me? Now I don't want to sound like Joe Goldberg from you, but I'm gonna have to tell you like it is. Joe was right on some of those things. Like I would do anything for you, and you couldn't do this. You know what I'm saying? And you just couldn't do that one thing for me. And so that's where that chivalry line and that self-awareness line, like they start to blur, because it's like, hold up, I'm really good to you. So now I start acting out because you ain't being good to me.
Let's go, toxic masculinity.
Well,
A little bit, never nobody.
How is that toxic masculinity though? Because
there's nothing. No, see, Joe, don't acknowledge it as bad. It's not a bad thing. Without toxic masculinity, they wouldn't have a need for feminism to begin with.
See, here you go, man. You see,
technically he's right, because some people like identity is in feminism. So without toxic masculinity, they would have no identity.
Oh, okay. Well,
I am not making me and Montay's side of chivalry look good. I'm sorry, I'm gonna shut up.
Thank you for acknowledging the truth of the matter, Zell. It's okay. It makes people uncomfortable sometimes. The masses aren't always comfortable with the truth.
I think the conversation just went into it. Chivalry is pretty much dead or on life support. For a whole bunch of different reasons that came from all of us. I can't wait to hear about you, because I can't, Tori, I can't think of a nice thing you'll do for a female.
Damn, when you put it like that.
I mean, I'm really like racking my brain, and like I think the most you'll do is like, hey, you want to play Super Smash?
And not brothers.
But you're gonna want
Let's go.
You're gonna want
he might offer.
That's where I'm chivalrous. Like if a girl play 2K with me, I'm gonna take the controller that act crazy. See,
see, I ain't handicapping myself. Is it my turn yet?
At this point, we need the Dragon Balls for chivalry. But that's all I had to say about chivalry. Is just that I think that men have come into their own, as like, because you know what they say, you do all these things to have that wife, or you do all these things to maybe you want to GTD, whatever it is. At the end of the day, they sometimes they don't put in the same stuff as you, and then the drug dealers win, and they get to do bare minimum. I've seen it happen.
Yo, now it's time to get to our friendly neighborhood scumbag. Hey, Tor, 3 more weeks you get this name still?
Yeah, I think what till the 19th?
Yeah,
something like that. No, I think that I'm gonna not be as crazy sounding as everyone thinks I am. As far as women and chivalry go, I really look at it like this. Is that if you look at it, women have been fighting for years and years and years, as they constantly remind and let us know, and we acknowledge. They've been fighting for equal rights. So that's what I'm gonna give you. If we're cool, we're cool. If we're not, we're not. I mean, and that really goes pretty much for and it honestly, it hasn't worked out too bad for me. You'd be surprised how amenable women are to be just treated like people. So I really just as far as random acts of chivalry, even me and my scumbagginess, I'll occasionally hold a door as long as you're no more than a good few yards away.
I feel it. COVID safe. Let's go.
Yeah, I was going to say COVID worked wonders for certain problems of society, if we're going to be honest about it. All the lives lost are super sad, but people acknowledging personal space and boundaries isn't exactly a bad thing.
Yeah.
And I mean, we've complained about the population control for years. Sometimes the universe provides and we don't even realize it.
And now we got Omarion helping us.
Yeah. Okay. Joe here. Joe, think about what the early COVID times did to Corona with it being the coronavirus. Does the Omarion strain make his stock go up or down long term?
He should have had a single ready for the
see.
Should have had one in the clip just in case he was ever named after a devil.
Joe, that was the artist answer. Joe's inner musician's always there, y'all. That was a straight up artist answer. He should have had a verse in the tuck for that one. Yeah. You don't know how the Greek alphabet goes. We already had goddamn Sigma and Omicron was coming up.
Yeah.
Delta. Did Delta stock go up or down? People still flying Delta, or did it have the stigma?
No, but the Divine Nine went crazy.
I mean, not to mention what it did for China. People.
Yeah, so speaking of chivalry, I gotta bring us back. Gotta bring us back to what we need to be in life. You know what I mean? Gotta bring us back. And then the discussion of Lil Duval stated that there's a lot of Russell Wilsons. If you don't know who Russell Wilson is, he's a football player who's married to Sierra. And a lot of women said they want a Russell Wilson. They said they want a Russell Wilson type. Lil Duval basically stated that there's a lot of them. You just ignore them. Now, whether this, by the way, it happens with women too. Sometimes you want, you want that freak, dog. You want that freak. Yeah. It's out there. And it was, she, bro. I know a bunch of I ain't gonna snitch, but I know some people that, they know that girl was out there with everybody, and they wife her up, right? They wife her up quick.
A lot of these dudes' wives were,
they wifing up the neighborhood
back in the day.
Yeah, they wifing up the neighborhood. Oh, that's crazy.
There's something about her though.
Hey, but we're forgiving pasts nowadays, man. Don't kink shame. Don't judge her like that.
Man,
no, she's still doing it. No, we see it. I live here. She in the neighborhood.
See, so she's still practicing. It's not a former. She's still practicing. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Still on the payroll, cut. Still on the payroll.
Yeah, she's still out there. She just wifed up now while he at work.
Hey, whatever floats your boat.
But in that same vein, we want to talk about men adapt and have always adapted to what they feel women want. Mm-hmm. And you say you want Russell Wilson, but men aren't adapting as much to Russell Wilson. Yeah, so they see what they see. And by the way, Sierra had to go through a lot with Future to get to Russell Wilson.
Future's the king, man. She was blessed enough to go through that with him.
So now you realize what you really you haven't.
All them little kids now. She got a whole bunch of step kids because he had 90.
I know y'all remember think her being with Future detracted y'all. I know y'all remember the wild rumors about Sierra back in the day.
Oh, we do remember those. Her and Bow Wow, and then her and.
I was gonna say there were some wild rumors about her, and her being with Future just sort of negated all that. So
Future did her a favor.
Let's go. Me and Joe on the same page right there. Future did her a favor. She should be thankful.
But yeah.
But she didn't need to go through Future to have Russell. She didn't need that.
Bro, sometimes
she did.
Bro, sometimes what y'all know the script. Sometimes you had to go through the storm.
Yeah, exactly.
You gotta go biblical. It's in the Bible, dog. The old people knew it, dog.
Ocean never made a skilled sailor.
But there's difference when it's a choice now. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna leave it at that. You got a choice.
Look, Sonny, that was real PG.
I'm just leave it at that.
That was real PG.
Hey, yo, sometimes bad. Like I said today, I said on Twitter, sometimes bad choices lead to great outcome.
Yeah, when you get through the choice, you gotta let it go.
So she had to get through Future to get the rest. Guess what? Some of y'all don't want to get through.
Trevor needs to stop. He needs to
stop. I'm trying to get us back on.
You done playing devil's advocate?
Future Junior.
You need to stop.
Are you done, Trevor? You done playing Trevor? You done?
Yo, I'm just telling y'all, bro. women.
Stop
Montay, I
trying to
can't
save
tell
him,
where you're
bro. Stop
falling
trying
on
to
this. I
save
don't know
him,
if
bro.
there's a
Nah.
cape on or not.
Keep It 99 is coming back, and Joe and Wes used to hate me because they be like, why he gonna always defend women? But hey, women, I love you.
Hey, I'm gonna say I have 4 sisters. Just so I'm never against. I'm all for women, but like I said, if they've been fighting for equal rights for years. There's nothing wrong with letting them have them.
Like I'm of the mindset. I used to be more like Trevor to like try to always find the bright outcome or like the benefit of the doubt in a lot of situations with people. And the mindset I have learned sometimes it's not that complex. Sometimes it simply is what it is. Like just very simply. And when you want to bring out Sierra, had to go through all things. No, she didn't. She didn't have to go through all that. But what I've learned is in the entertainment industry, their relationships are far different and go to an entirely different set of rules than the average person. Sierra may have Sierra with one child still has access to 95% of the male population when it comes to dudes that want a wife her. Versus like a regular woman who has a child don't have that same access and reach because they're not her. Because they don't have the same kind of money, her same kind of fame, her same kind of access, her same kind of connections, her same kind of looks. Everybody don't got this.
Future
like, she can go through. She got to go through this in order to get that. No, she don't. No, she don't.
She chose to.
She ain't got to go through that. She just went through it. She ain't got to.
You're right.
By the way,
Same thing I say is Danny Lay didn't have to go through the things that she had to go through. She chose to because she chose that nigga. But we're not going to go into that.
She got what she deserved.
Even though that nigga wrong too. Don't get me wrong. Don't kill me in no comment section. They both wrong. But I also understand that people have to take accountability for the choices that they make, men and women.
Yeah.
Boy, money make you look a little bit better, don't it?
I ain't gonna lie.
It can clean up a lot.
Tomorrow, I'm gonna do something for tomorrow's episode of Just a Fan that I held off on a long time. So y'all got to tune in tomorrow for that. I'm finna lose my shot, dog. That's all I got to say. I'm gonna lose my shot at something. Because I gotta tell the truth and these jokes gotta get off. But
let's go.
But so stay tuned. You'll know, Montay. You'll know soon. They'll know tomorrow. So it's gonna be. I'm gonna lose my shot forever.
Let's go we're getting blocked on Twitter, boys. Let's go.
So I realize I'm gonna tell y'all tomorrow. I'm gonna explain tomorrow. But to my point was, men adapt to what they perceive women want. And that's not only with humans, all of them. Frogs like, the girl like the big old throat thing when I do it. So I'm gonna be bigger than him. So then I press the girl because male natural behavior, even in the humans, is to attract the opposite sex. So if we think
everybody deep down, everybody wants to be an alpha male.
Yeah. So when Chivalry was popular, that's what men did. It was like part of the culture. I'm the knight. I save you. And to Joe's point, you call somebody a simp now.
It's easy to be one.
Yeah. To everybody else's point, if you talk crazy to me, you done heard that before. Everybody heard it. Everybody like that confident dude. That dude is a little reckless. That little danger. That little overtly confident. That alpha. You know what I mean? Everybody want the alpha. You know what I mean? I mean the alpha. So you express that confidence, you do that, and despite everything they say, that's what they want.
so basically, you're still a beta.
Yeah. So you adapt to what you think they want you to be. Most men will do that. Now the other way around it is to be mysterious, and that wins a lot too. That's me early on. I was very mysterious, didn't talk.
Like I was very mysterious.
Yeah, like if you don't talk, like
now I feel like you're wearing a mask and a cape, just sitting around.
Yeah, but bro, if you see a dude and he cool with everybody, he talk to you, but you don't know nothing about him because he don't talk about himself.
It's sort of just easier to be cool with everybody nowadays.
It is, but like Sonny, let's say me and you talk, right? You get the generic stuff, and I do the same thing to a girl, but the girl don't really know about me. The more you talk to her and you don't tell her nothing, the more she get curious.
Mm-hmm.
And the more she get curious, the more she get intrigued. And intrigue always leads to a little mystery because I like a mysterious. So that's another style that most people don't know that always work. Or you got to project yourself as the way most men project themselves in the way they think that women want them to be. I always told my
turn it into a game of Clue.
Yeah, so I always told my cousin it's simple things to project is how you get successful to initiate with a woman. For instance, if you in an apartment, the girl's cute, you know she has a dog, you know she likes animals. Conversation starter animals. Talk about dogs and pet dogs or something. Tell a cute story. All of a sudden, you got a commonality. Like that's a thing you do. That's being aware, projecting on what you think she like. You can hate dogs. My cousin hated dogs. He talked to a girl about a dog. Guess what? He got a number.
Hey.
Why? Because you're projecting something she's interested in.
Like conversation starter.
Yeah, you need a conversation starter. You know she like Chinese food. Talk about Chinese food, whatever. Take notice to little things like that, and you can actually get a conversation started. Now, I'm not telling you it's going to 100% get your relationship. You might get stuck in the friend zone. But
hell, nowadays you don't even want a relationship. Get in where you fit in and keep it moving, gentlemen.
Do y'all mind me telling a quick story?
Let's go, Joe.
Oh, you know I'm down for it.
I'll let Montay got something he really got to say first, and then just the story.
He can tell the story.
Quick story, and I'm done. So, this gal took her out one night. She spent the night with me. It was cool, whatever. She lived a couple cities away, and her car wouldn't start. Right. So
you ain't even call the Uber.
No, I paid one of my homies, and I rode with her all the way through to where she needed to go, all the way to the other cities. Came back, paid my homie. Cool. But I ain't done with that whip yet. So I paid somebody else to keep on trying to hit the ignition. Man, you know I ain't no mechanic. I don't know nothing about that. But that mug finally turned over. Drive it back to her. Tell her, look outside. Now, this after I gave myself about a 10, 15 minute.
Extra chivalrous.
Extra chivalrous, bruh. She was mad. You could knock on the door and say you was here. You couldn't do nothing. I said, I was trying to be cute.
Joe lived off that boombox spirit.
That's why you should just call that bitch a Uber.
No, I didn't.
Throwing rocks at the window. Joe throwing rocks at the window playing.
Had the boombox on his shoulder.
Growing up, I thought that's how it was supposed to work.
It worked.
Do little stuff like that.
It did in 90s.
The great mindset changed. The social media changed it up. People just ain't catch on until now.
Well, I know that tax time was real close, and she had bought her a new car, so I guess she didn't. I don't know. Ain't no telling. She might have wanted to or something.
You smacked on the first night, so the joke's on her.
No, I didn't. She was somebody about. No, I didn't. Like, we was basically dating, but you know how I go. You know, we both too prideful to.
You can date someone if you still smacked on the first night.
I'm sure you can.
I have.
So that was my story about chivalry.
Y'all understand why we put Tori last on the chivalry? I hope y'all understand that.
I'm the anchor, dog.
It's the lead up for me. Like, you hear a story like that, like, dang, that is messed up, man. And he's like, yeah, man, but chicks that get banged on the first night, man, jokes on her.
Yo, for the people that been here, the inside jokes write itself. Tori already wrote that down. Tori wrote that down for his. Every time I tell a story, Tori writing it down for his.
I was just saying my fan fiction Reddit. Joe be having the greatest goddamn. I'm telling you, Joe, now when we get paid and you got some random biopic on you, don't be mad that half of it's false. Just accept the royalty check and keep it moving.
I think that's what's best.
I heard Montay. What are your thoughts, Montay?
My thoughts. The reason why I said initially that chivalry was on life support is because I genuinely think.
Look, he about to be like, no, it's dead. Y'all right.
That to most people that's, I'll say, our age or older, you can be chivalrous toward because they'll understand it. Anybody of our generation, a little bit younger, or anything below that, is over with. Because most time No, like Nico done put up, like most chivalrous behavior done been put to simp behavior, and you really can't do that. And when it comes to like approaching
Why do
women
they
or
look
being
at you like
chivalrous
a
and anything of that
weirdo?
nature,
I've tried to hold the door and have them look at me crazy before. Why do it? Like you said.
man, Nico's message, man. You know what they get when you pull up outside at this point? I'm on here text message. That's all they gonna get at this point, because at this point, most of the stuff that be chivalrous, you get seen as simp behavior, and they'll get to some extremes. Not every extreme, but some of the extremes will get to where you'll get posted for the things that you'll do that's nice. You'll get posted like, oh, well, you see what this person then did for me, and a lot of times it's not even worth it. So my bit of advice, I know Grandpa, I know Trevor was like, you gotta see what they like, start a conversation right, based off stuff that you notice and all that kind of stuff. I understand it, and I agree with that point. My advice I'm gonna give to everybody, it's gonna come off a bit wrong. Learn how not to give a fuck. Like that's my honest thing. I say you need learn how not to give a fuck. Like, and the reason why I say that is because nowadays modern women are a lot different. So the best way to really like attract women or anything of that nature is to not base your life around trying to attract women. Like base your life around you. Like be you.
Be yourself.
What you enjoy. Apply yourself to the things that you want to do. Grow your own business. Do your own job. Build your own resources, and they're gonna come to you anyway. Because the people that are gonna take notice of you are gonna like you more for you and the things that you have interest in anyway, rather than you trying to form your life and yourself and your strategy around somebody else that you hoping to get into. Because I mean, we all know that women got options. Women got DMs now. It's way different than it was in the 90s, where in the 90s you can play like it's love and basketball and tap on her window and next door neighbor or something like that. We might get a little something good. Nowadays you tap on her window, she posting like, you see this nigga tapping on my window, and she got like at least 3, 4, 5 dudes sitting in DMs right now. Like every woman got so many options that you trying to be separate from that is extremely difficult. Rather than
it's hard to stand out.
Be you and just let them come to you. So in my instance, learn how not to give a fuck. Just be like, you know what? It is what it is. She comes, she comes. She don't, she don't.
Let's go, Montay. That's an answer.
What you gonna do? Just late when something like that happens, you get your heart broke. Anything what you gonna do? You just gonna turn over and die?
I mean, because in the real thing about it,
keep it moving.
Are gonna go through rejection on a regular basis if you trying to talk to women on anything anyway. You're gonna go through rejection. So I mean, in that instance, like you have more control over what you get rejected by. So in my instance, I'm gonna go after what I want, and I'm gonna be me, and I'm gonna enjoy being me. If she goes, she goes. She don't, she don't. It's gonna be somebody else. But to be like, hey, oh, she got a dog. Yeah, I'll bring up a conversation about the dog. Okay, that's cool dog. Oh, do you like dogs? I mean, they are. Do I got a dog? Nah, I ain't got no dog. Oh, you ain't got no dog like that? Nope.
Everybody your pup money.
I mean, the thing about it, what I've learned a lot of times is, and this ain't even just women, but you can take women for a good example, is that what they say they want and what they go for two entirely different things.
Now you hit
very, very different.
Two entirely different things. So to me, she might be like, oh yeah, I want a Russell Wilson type of dude.
She want a future.
I want a nice dude that's treat me like a queen and all that other kind of stuff. And you got old Future coming around the corner, got like 3, 4 baby mamas, all this kind of stuff. He don't give a crap. And next thing you know, she like, me and my girl just finna go out to the club for a little bit. It ain't much. I'm just finna go over here right quick.
Baggage looking sexy.
Okay. I didn't want to get too deep. My bad. I was about to say, I was going to talk to that point for a second.
I'm done.
All right, cool. I didn't know it was going to become like a real relationship segment for a second. But let me talk to that point. So first off, the word want. It's funny. Want isn't desire. Needs end up becoming your desires. Women don't desire what they talk about. They say what they want, but it's not what they desire. Whenever you meet that desire, that's when you become their choice. All right, so what do I mean by that? I have learned quite a few women will project what they think their peers believe to be attractive, also what everything around them is saying is attractive, and they'll all crowd around that one central point, that one central idea, that one central type of guy, right?
6'3".
Knowing Come on.
All the while ignoring their actual preferences.
Come on, they go for 15% of the male population, right? Not even that, right? Knowing good and goddamn well all of them don't have a chance for this. Right? What they need, however, is usually locked up in the Russell Wilson, right? the guy who shows those particular values that provide comfort, because that's the biggest thing. I want to speak to this. Comfort. If you get a lady comfortable around you, you are in the door. Some way, shape, or battle. Right? A lot of the times you can get there by the things that they enjoy or that you have in common. But they also have to end up like investing in you mentally, right? So the charisma helps, right? The whole mysterious thing, that's like a offsetting form of charisma too. They get intrigued. Like they want to know how you move different, blah, blah, blah. So that's why they get invested. The other way to do that is to be boisterous the other way. The drug dealers, the look, right?
Nothing like having to keep a little bail money for him.
Fact. So, but it's for what? Comfort, right? Oh, little bail money. Oh, he got some money. Okay, so I can, he's really strong, or he got a lot of information. Where can I fit in that? Once a woman decides that that's where they need to be, that's when you kind of see them tailoring off of what everybody say they want. Then they fold under. They either fold to what they say they want, which they don't really see, or they go to what's available. Sometimes it's as easy as just being available for some of the women that you want, because they're gonna do that. They're gonna stub their toe. They're gonna run through the mud. They're gonna go and everybody's seen it. The high school hottie that now looks 30, 5 kids, out of shape.
But for me and Montay, they are 30, so
you feel me? Why they coming back around?
50.
Huh?
No, this the black people kind of 30. I mean, the one where they look 50.
Man. See, that's why I've always had a proclivity for white women.
They out here too. They out here hard nowadays. I don't even understand. It's crazy.
The drugs are rough, yo.
No,
some people just don't get it gracefully.
You got the wrong ideal. You ain't seeing these sisters that somebody grandma out here looking.
That's what I'm saying. They out here hard.
That's what he's saying, Tori.
Yeah.
Now I don't know why you have a proclivity for 28-year-old white women that look like they're 45. That's
well, you got to understand, Joe. It's partly for my ego, partly for some sick sadistic sexual reason, and then partly for shits and giggles.
Got it.
Have I ever told you I appreciate your honesty like crazy?
Hey, it's the easiest part of what everyone's got to realize is, in the long run, the easiest part of being yourself is just being able to be truthful.
Well, I tell you this, don't let them smoke cigarettes, boy. That really speed up the process.
Oh, it'll hit, but it hits them hard.
Yeah, it hit them.
I like the fact that Tori didn't admit
to the relationship.
I do love the fact Tori admit that he date like older looking white women because they for his ego.
Hey.
What's that? What you were saying?
I'm off track now. Dude, it'll
throw you off guard. Bounce back.
Yeah, you good. I'm back. So yeah, so from that point of view, like I've done it. I've done this, especially, I was married for a little while, so I was out of the game. But when I was in the game, right, when I was out trying to date, that was the thing. I played basketball too. I stopped shooting my shot. Like for what? What I'm emptying the clip for right now, right? The law of numbers. The law of numbers. If I shoot enough, I'll hit something. But a lot of times, you're gonna hit something that's undesirable, right? Why am I shooting? Everyone else is shooting. They moving out the way. They just gonna fall right into my lane eventually. Hello. How you doing?
Why you only shoot at
what you want to shoot? People pick your plays.
Shoot at everything.
Yeah.
You just gotta be careful with some shots. Wear a vest.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I had to stop shooting at models all the time, bro. That make your life giving. Like,
oh man,
like I'm not, bro. Bro, it's like you always gotta almost be in a fight at all times. And then they all like start having Nicki Minaj syndrome where essentially like if you don't like defend her honor because she pretty, she gonna go to somebody else or something. Like, nah, fam. We ain't doing that. I ain't doing all that.
You said you ain't accepting the duel.
Yeah, bro. I ain't got like I look like this. You gotta go out there and fight that 240-pound football player who wants you. I'm like,
you gonna throw that
dating a beautiful woman that's classified as like a 10. That is hard. Like, it's not easy for the faint of heart, my boy. It is not.
I'm warning y'all. All y'all say y'all want them. Y'all say y'all want them. You either gotta be the toughest dude you ever was in life to do what I said. Go fight that 240-pound linebacker. Because if you don't, she going with him.
She gonna look at you different.
I mean, you gotta be secure and everything.
Yeah, or you gotta
have people knocking at the door everywhere every time.
Or you gotta have bread that they ain't. You know they ain't got Russell Wilson.
But I mean, that's why when you look at it, a lot of dudes that's settling with girls, it's like 6 to 8 on the scale, just to be real with it, because a lot of times they more down to earth, they easy going.
They where you fit in.
They ain't got everybody just hollering at them. They more understanding because they haven't been catered to majority of their lives like that, because the 9s and 10s. Some of them have been traveling more places than I could even imagine, bro.
If you got bread, you can get a 9 or 10, because bread means I'm secure in another way. You ain't got to fight 240-pound linebacker. You got $100 million in the bank, because unless they got $100 million, she ain't going with them, because she like, yo, I ain't losing this money for you.
Them $100 million, bro. You got multiple ones coming at you. You ain't got to worry about the one.
Yeah,
I'm cheating with her.
So
who I got?
That's
all right. Kanye. All right, Kanye Jr. I heard Will.
Out here showing 16s to people's grandmas.
No.
Oh wow.
But no, that's hold on, but that's my thing too. Like, I'm looking at 50, 55-year-old dudes that got a hedge fund or whatever. You see this shit all the time. And
pulling a 20-something-year-old.
Pulling a 20-something-year-old. Ain't nobody saying
they not hold on.
It's real regular nowadays.
They're not pulling them. They ain't doing no work to do it.
No, because they come into the money. That's what a lot of money gets you access to beautiful women. Because a lot of times beautiful women get attracted to that resource, and so they get attracted to that resource. You build your resources, they come to you. Yeah. Now I'm just talking about just those women. It's not all women. It's not even the majority of them. Just those.
It's just most of the ones that people idolize.
They go to that kind of stuff.
And that goes back to my point. What are you providing? If you can fight all the 240-pound people, she gonna feel protected in a way. Just like if you're a drug dealer, you can just murder whoever she wants you to kill. Or something.
Yep. Nothing like that feeling of security, knowing you might.
Yeah, so you get security, or you can do the other security and have money in the bank. That's a security too. My kids gonna be good. I'm gonna be good. We good. So. That's essentially what it is. What can you provide?
This was an amazing episode. Everyone came to a consensus on some good stuff here. I'm happy.
And that is true. And to end the episode, I know that if you came in here looking for hope,
you lost it.
We kind of downed your hope. Like, yes, one of these 5 men is going to tell me that chivalry is alive. But Montay technically said you got a slim life support.
Life support.
There are Russell Wilsons out there, by the way.
You're just ignoring them.
And that's majority of guys, not counting the money. Majority of guys are like Russell Wilson. They just.
I ain't gonna say.
I don't know.
I'll say about 30%.
I was gonna say Russell Wilson's really
only like
Montay, I'm gonna tell you a secret. Most dudes that hate on other dudes be like, why they get other girl? They just mad because they ain't able to do the same thing. Yo,
nothing like a little jealousy.
Yeah. So when you say that, like I said a few weeks ago, I know like 2 dudes who like they date all them thugs and all that stuff and date all them women. They be cheating on them, but good guys like me, they don't want. Dude got a little money, dude got in shape. All of a sudden, they became the same dude. They said they hated. So
Switching up.
Oh, well, shoot, that's you right
so-
on them. A lot of them dudes they be hating other fine folks. They ain't no good dudes them dang self.
Yeah.
Really do. Well, some of them are and some of them ain't. It's just a lot of dudes just like regular guys. Like, I'm cool, I'm straight. I ain't really super hating. It what it is. And then the other thing about it, we don't really know Russell Wilson. We just saying that.
That's what I'm saying.
Scooped up Sierra who got a baby. We don't really know. Russell Wilson might be an a-hole for all we know. Now, ain't.
Hopefully behind closed doors, Russell Wilson might be dropping
I
balls.
don't know how this man is, to be real with it.
Yo, to Montay point.
I like to think he's a scumbag behind closed doors.
To Montay point.
He hated on Future all the time. You still talking to him?
Yeah, man.
He
wishes he was. I feel like Russell's probably really actually like that extra nice dude, though.
Man, the way you had that girl up in that church like that, fussing and hollering with the Lord. I don't know.
And I'm sure Future probably had her at church a few times, just not the same one.
He'll burn if you walk in there.
Until ultimately the point, there are Russell Wilsons out there. You have to just search for them. You have to find them. It's not just gonna be most of them dudes doing like what we said. They not once you get to a certain point, you don't worry about it no more. The Montay point, that's when you start growing. Because if you do what my advice to when I told my cousin that 8 years ago was just to basically just be like, he just want to hit. So I just gave him a secret to do it. Like, hey, initialize the conversation. But most good dudes gonna stay in their lane, doing what they say, and figure out they self, and they working on them. I'm working on Zell right now. Montay working on Montay.
It is hard because just you try and deal with a woman when they're younger. But like it's like some of these podcasts, which I ain't even got to mention which ones. A lot of us already know which ones I'm talking about. A lot of these podcasts mention when a woman reaches a certain age, they reach that wall, so to speak. Mm-hmm. Then the standards and everything come down a while. Then it's just when you try
nothing like a little desperation to sit in to make things fun.
That's all it is a lot of times. Yo, don't worry, bro. You can say their name. I done diss Fresh and Fit a lot. So,
hey, but Fresh and Fit are entertaining.
I done did it 3 or 4 times on this podcast.
Don't get me wrong. I don't agree with everything they say, but some stuff they say they do be on point with. Some stuff they say do be on point with.
I ain't gonna lie. Fresh and Fit do the same thing Ben Shapiro and half of the other people do. They get people they know gonna say stupid stuff that they can easily defeat because they have that mindset, and then they win arguments.
It's entertaining though.
Yo, Ben Shapiro goes to liberal arts building. If Sonny, all y'all, we've been to college. Liberal arts building is freshmen, essentially.
Yeah.
And you go argue with freshmen about business. Nothing and like they gonna actually beat you. Like, no, they ain't gonna beat you in an argument. No, they're not.
You're a whole lawyer.
So Fresh and Fit, they ain't going to the business building. They ain't going to Trent Green out there, Montay, arguing business with them. They're arguing with the freshmen from liberal arts building. The same thing that Fresh and Fit do. They get a girl.
Community college.
They Fresh and Fit went out there and go.
Don't get me wrong. Some of the stuff they say, they do be right about. But they have been exposed a number of times.
DJ Academic,
the stuff they done had on their show and then said they have been exposed.
DJ Academic was roasted. That man lied to his face. I was like, oh,
what are you talking about? What are you talking about? Yeah, but don't forget, DJ Academics also. Never mind. I forgot. I remember we going on YouTube. PG.
Yeah, PG. All right, we appreciate y'all.
All I'm saying is, we ain't forget about DJ Academics and Selena, pal. Okay, world ain't forget.
See you, fam.
All right, we gonna let everybody give their outros. Up top to my top left, Montay. Let them out with what you gotta say. Promo.
I appreciate y'all letting me join on this wonderful podcast again. You can come catch your boy on the Broke Ugly Dudes podcast on Broke Ugly Dudes TV on YouTube and all platforms. I am going to be on TikTok as well, so y'all can come get some of my other opinions and other things. If you want to hear me more on Instagram, on Facebook, get at me. You know where to find me.
Where they can find you at on TikTok, Montay?
It's going to be under Monray Hudson. My same name as Instagram, man. It's all the same. You can find me every which way. I don't change. Don't at me. Just accept me.
Up top in the middle, we got the one, the only Sonny Pelode. Sonny, what can they find?
Yes, sir. Yeah. Happy to be here again. Showing my face. I'm a little incognito right now, just on Facebook. Sonny Pelode Jr. hit me up. I am active on New Heights Unplugged, little discussion piece that we do on Facebook Live and YouTube as well. New Heights Church of God YouTube. You can look me up there. Always remember, you're never gonna get in where you fit in until you get to where you're going.
To the top right, we have you find Tori here in the porta potty. Tori.
You already know. It's Afro Comedy 765 on everything. Catch me doing something politically incorrect, super blatant, and out in the open somewhere near you. You already know.
And the best voice in the Midwest. I'm finna say South because they're where I'm from. The best on this mic. We got to my right, Unico.
What's good? You know the deal. It's your boy Unico Williams, host of Do You Hear Me with Unico Williams. Everybody's favorite podcast, except for, I'm competition with my own channel. I don't know. Anyway, y'all know the deal. Twitter, we out here. Unico_Williams. Instagram, Unico_Williams. It could be Unico Williams. I'm not sure. Also, I'm on Twitch, baby. We out there. We have a good time every now and then. And most importantly, don't be a simp.
Let's go.
Be a Russell Wilson if you want to.
They be doing. They be simping with them girls on Twitch.
Yo,
hey,
be a Russell Wilson if you want to. Be a
Russell.
Russell Wilson if you want to. Just make sure you get bread.
Don't be afraid to be a future in a world
millions of dollars and have your pick.
Yeah, just get bread and then you can be the Russell Wilson you want. Stay you. Stay true. Keep stomping. Why? Because you could be Tim Tebow. You could be Urban Meyer. You could be whoever on that Florida team because that was a wild team and they all vastly different.
Crazy.
National champions, I don't care.
And something amazing. I did it just for Sonny because I knew Sonny gonna do that. Sonny, who you think gonna be the new head coach?
Florida?
Oh, we got old boy from UL Lafayette. ULL.
Okay. Oh yeah. Oh, he can coach too.
Yeah, he can coach.
He young. He just ain't got the recruits because he done. But see what he do in Florida. And we out here. Keep stopping. Something amazing can happen. Peace.